Hi, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh, and this is a unicorn moment for me because I really want to cry because I'm so happy. There is a deck that I have wanted for years. It is a unicorn deck. It's really hard to find. They are really expensive to buy secondhand, and I have the slow Holler deck, and I'm so excited. I literally, when it came, I looked up to the heavens, skies, and just was like, thank you so much, universe, because I've wanted this for so long, and I have an extremely generous husband that has accommodated the required price tag for this. So I'm basically having no Christmas presents for a couple of years or birthday presents for a couple of years because this deck has been it is my dream deck. Like anyway, so this is the Slow Holler Tarot, and it's let's get into it because I have opened it. I have played with it a little bit since it arrived because sorry, I've just hit my cup. Because I needed to check all the cards with it. It's come all the way from America. So we have this gorgeous kerchief that it came with, the Slow Holler. There was a red one as well, the Fortuna one, which maybe one day I will find, that you could buy during the campaign. But yeah, so you have a book with the Slow Holler, which I will get to in a bit, and the back design is incredible. It's absolutely stunning. It's probably let's have a look at it one by one. You can look at it with me. So we have the fledgling instead of the fool, the magician, the oracle instead of the high priestess, renaming the kindred for the empress, the navigator, the guild instead of the high priest or hierophant. We have the lovers, the chariot. I love this. This is the dream, right? Being out on a pickup in the sky. We have looking up at the night sky. We have strength. We have the hermit. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. We have Fortuna for the Wheel of Fortune. Intersection for justice. We have the precipice for the hanged one. We have death as death. The alchemist, temperance. That's often an interchanged name to have the alchemist. We have the devil. We have the storm, the star. So the storm is instead of the tower. We have the moon, the sun, awakening, the world. Absolutely beautiful artwork. And then we have branches for wands. So we have the ace of branches. I love that it turns into a finger. The two of branches. Three of branches. The four. The five of branches. The six. I love that. Person and the dog. Seven of branches. The eight of branches. The nine. The 10 of branches. And then we have students for pages. Travelers for knights. So the Knight of Wands is the Traveller of Branches. Architect for Kings of Branches. And then we have Visionaries for Queens in the hierarchical traditional system naming. So we have Visionaries for that energy. It's absolutely beautiful. Then we have the Ace of Knives, so knives instead of swords. The 2, the 3, the 4, the 5 of Knives, the 6, the 7, 8, that 9, the 10 of Knives, and then we have the Student. I like the reflection aspect of that. The Traveller, the Architect, and the Visionary. Beautiful imagery. Then we have the Ace of Stones, stones for coins or pentacles. The 2, the 3, 4, 5, the 6, 7, the 8, I love that, the 9, and the 10 of Stones. Then we go into the Student of Stones, the Traveller, the Architect, and the Visionary of Stones. We then have the Ace of Vessels, of Cups, the 2, stunning, 3, the 4, wow, 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, and the 10. And then we have the Student of Vessels, the Traveller, the Architect, and the Visionary of Vessels. So they are traditional size. These are 5 years old. I have had to buy them secondhand because we do. You have to with these. I'm not afraid to riffle shuffle. They riffle shuffle beautifully. Let's see. It's quite thin cardstock, but it doesn't feel poor quality for that thinness. So they will bend, but they will bend back again straight. Much like many decks that I have. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely stunning deck. You have the star on the top. And I really love and adore the story behind the creators and where the deck came from. I love the color scheme of the gold, the black, the white, and the red. It's also so beautiful, and I'm so blessed to just have a copy of this deck. I can't even tell you. So, oh, look at that. It makes it look purple green on my screen when I do that. It flicks, but it's actually all grey. So if that is doing that on the camera, I'm sorry. So we have the Slow Holler guidebook that comes with it. It has a fold out part there. How to read the cards, the daily draw, a 3-card spread, other spreads, reversals, card names. So they've moved beyond the gender binary and made room for experiences of gender. And I really love all of that. Look at that major arcana page design. And then we have the name, the fledgling, which was the Fool. And then description there. We have the reverse meaning. And then we have the same for the Magician, the Oracle, the Kindred, the Navigator, the Guild, the Lovers. Each of them has a double page. And then we move into branches. Look at that image, stunning. Description of the branches suit. And then each one has a page there as well. And then we move into the knives. Let's have a look at the artwork for the knives inside. Stunning. The artwork is just incredible. Knife suit there. And then obviously we have the ace, the two. So each of them, again, going through student, traveller, architect, and visionary. Then we go into stones. And a description of the suit. And then each of the cards having the same treatment as the other cards in that suit. Oh, and then we move into the vessels, and we have this gorgeous flowing river, but also this torrid flooding kind of energy going on over that side. The power of water, meandering and calm, or stormy and destructive. I love it. All consuming. And then we have vessels suit, and again all of them moving through each of them to the visionary. Then about slow holler as well. So yes, a place of refuge for queer Southern creators, Southern as in American Southern, a way to amplify their voices. I believe one of the creators has since passed over, and I think that's part of the reason why it was never reproduced. It was only a one-time thing. So we have the tarot project there. So it was 32 artists eventually, and 4 writers that wrote it and created it. And then obviously an index of the renamed cards. So the alchemist. So the bold names are the slow holler names, and the not bold names are the traditional names of the system. So the traditional system. So the alchemist, temperance, awakening, judgment, fledgling, fool, fortuna, wheel of fortune, guild, the hierophant, intersection, justice, the kindred, empress, the navigator, the emperor, the oracle, the high priestess, the precipice, the hanged man. I really love the precipice. I think that's the most beautiful of the renamings. The storm with the tower. And then obviously we have branches, knives, stones, and vessels, student, traveller, architect, and visionary. And so it's broken the binary and followed more of a progression than a hierarchy. And then there are the details of the project collaborators and contributors, and obviously what cards they were involved in or whether they wrote in the book. One of the writers, and then warm thanks and big gratitude too. So there's some other people that need to be honoured there. And then obviously the project themselves. And again, this folio over, but this design, which is on the back of the cards as well. And I love the eye open, eye closed design on the back of the booklet. But that is the Slow Holler Tarot. Somebody said, are you really doing that for that much? Paying that much for it? And it's like, yes, because it's a historic deck. It's a significant deck. It's a necessary deck. And I kick myself for not buying it a few years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. I regret not buying it when I saw it available. Silly me thinking there would be another printing or I could get it again, and I didn't, and I turned down another deck a few years ago for a much cheaper price, and I kick myself for that as well. And it's worth every penny in my mind. I don't regret my choices. I don't regret my choices at all. I love it. It's beautiful. It's stunning. I am so privileged to have it. I'm privileged to be able to get it. And it's a necessary deck. So for my collection, it was the ultimate. And so there may be less decks coming in for a while. She says with at least 3 in front of her, 2 unboxed now that have been here for a couple of weeks. But I'm just so grateful it was created, and I'm so grateful I have it in my collection. And thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you again soon. But if you have any questions and comments, please comment down below. But I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.